From Concord Arena in Dallas, Texas, welcome to Week 7 of the Simulation Football League's 10th season. Today, the 2-4 Oklahoma City Renegades look to get back on the horse as they take on the 0-6 Dallas Ruffnecks with a new look, a new coaching staff, and new optimism. Hello, everybody. I'm Cameron Irvine along with Shann Varner and Scott on Stats. How you doing, Shann?
Doing great, man. Glad to be here today.
Rule number 1 of live streaming, make sure to have your extra length in your cords off the floor. We're ready to go. Dallas, led by Heath McDaniel Sr., James Hands and company. Oklahoma City, the Deacons in the house. In the chat, Corey Thomas is next. How you doing?
We'll take hand.
Mandrake Perp, the defensive end, is out there to call the coin. Renegades win the toss. They will defer and put that defense that's been struggling out on the field first. Here we go. Oklahoma City and Dallas, happy to have you along for the ride. Beautiful day. Big D. The SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Oklahoma City. We're underway. From the 10-yard line, Troy Lowe.
The only difference is through 6 interceptions, only 1 touchdown for 430 yards. You got to get that ball into these receivers' hands and without turnovers.
Yeah, our apologies on the game sound. It's going to come down here. 4-3 defensive look for Oklahoma City. No score, just getting underway here on Sunday afternoon. And the pass out to Davis. And Davis in some trouble. It took him a long time to gather it. He loses 4. Tackle in the backfield made by Damon Myslinski and Cole Irvine. And I tell you what, Shann, this Sunday afternoon stuff is hard stuff. I need to stick to Sunday night, apparently.
You're doing fine.
3 receivers. Dallas coming out on a 2nd and long after a not very good start. Kirby, 3-step drop, fires, slant over the middle, caught with room to run. Mike Osai, and he's near the first down. They say he's short, but the Ruffnecks will have a 3rd and inches coming up.
A great catch by Osai, the veteran on this team. You know, Kirby being the youngster coming in and getting it to him quickly. That was a great catch by Mike Osai there.
3rd and inches at the 38. I thought he got the first down, quite frankly. Davis, the low man in the backfield. They're going to give it to him. Mike Davis, first down with a spin to the 42-yard line. And it's Davis's first carry and the first move of the chains for Dallas. Heath McDaniel Jr. Is the new offensive coordinator. He was a coordinator in Carolina while Shann was there. And Crash Combs making his debut as a coach on the defensive side.
These guys playing on the defensive side of the ball. McDaniel Jr. is number 55 linebacker, and Crash Combs is number 44, the cornerback.
Back to pass is Kirby. Kirby all day, deep ball into double coverage and incomplete. Pass intended for James Hands, and his hands never had a chance at it. 2nd down and 10. Let's meet the Dallas Ruffnecks starting offense. That is Mason Kirby at quarterback. James Hands, Mike Osai are the receivers. Hands replacing the veteran Prince Escobar here just a few weeks ago. The running back is Mike Davis. No star tight end on this squad. And Shea Carroll is the 3rd star wide receiver. Number 88, Davis carry left side. And Davis picks up 7 against one of the top run defenses in the league. In fact, the top run defense in the SFL.
I'm liking what I'm seeing right now out of this Dallas offense with only 61 yards last week. Mike Davis has to get more involved in this game, and they're doing a good job getting involved.
Mexico City has jumped out to a 13-0 lead on Carolina across the SFL network. Just a couple games this afternoon as Kirby's pass is just outside of the reach of Hands. And Damon Myslinski is hurt. That's not a good start for the Renegades, but the defense does get the stop.
That's not what you want to see out of this Oklahoma defense.
Oklahoma, who's been struggling against the pass. Again, #1 in the league against the run. They give up just 54 yards a game. But against the pass, they're 17th. Only Vancouver's worse. And Vancouver's improving. At one point, Vancouver was giving up over 100 more pass yards than any other team in the league, and that number has gone down drastically. From the 15-yard line, a fair catch is called for, and the Renegades offense hits the field, and Deacon Nickens in his rookie season is having a good one.
Cam, both of these teams are coming out slinging the ball in the last 2 games. Unfortunately, they have both lost their last 2 games. It's going to come down to which quarterback stays clean and who gets the running game going on both sides of the ball.
Oklahoma City's defense all out of sorts last week. They gave up 49 to Chicago, one of the top, one of the highest scores by any team in the SFL Season 10. Donk Bonkers is the running back, and he is bonking backwards, 2nd and 11.
Good game last week either against Chicago. Only 49 yards.
Bonkers has had his moments. There's a look at Heath McDaniel Sr. Deacon Nickens, 5-step drop, dumps it off to Donk, and Donk's got 6 yards on the carry. Crash Combs with the tackle out there at corner. Let's meet the Dallas Roughneck defense. Ray West, Heath McDaniel Sr. and Heath McDaniel II are your linebacking core. McDaniel Sr. on the inside. Corners on the outside, Iverson Gamble, number 39, Crash Combs, number 44. Free safety, Troy Lowshaw, he's the veteran of this bunch, and the strong safeties, Cody Hill. A lot of Dallas Roughnecks representing in the chat today. 3rd down and 5 at the 19-yard line, 7:37 to go in the first. Nickens back to pass on his first 3rd down. It's ruled a fumble. The ball is loose, and it's recovered by Oklahoma City. A loss of 5, or a loss of 7, rather. I can't believe they called that a fumble, Shan.
I mean, it looked like more of a forward pass to me, but Corey Macer, the guard there, just jumps right on the ball and was able to save the Oklahoma City offense.
I don't think it's worth necessarily a challenge. Now, Oklahoma City is going to challenge. I guess it's never too early. That certainly looked like a forward pass. Deacon Nickens, I didn't get to see. We're going to see on a replay here who that was that popped him right up the middle. But Nickens out of the gun. That's a tough angle. Could you tell, Shan, off that angle?
Not off that angle, I could not.
I think it was Sam Smashley. And Oklahoma City's going to win the challenge. So a forward pass, nice interior pressure by Smashley. And it's going to be 4th down anyway, but it saves Oklahoma City 7 yards of field position, and the Renegades will have to punt it away. Good pressure.
It also saves that error column for Nickens.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oklahoma City has not been turning the ball over very much since that St. Louis game, that debacle in the 4th quarter. They've really kept really nice care of the ball. Troy Lowshaw, nice return up to midfield. And Dallas's offense is back out there. How about the Oklahoma City defense, starting defense? Vaughn Siniak and Eric Sutton are the corners. Strong safeties, Al Clint. Free safety, Brady Clark. The safeties, 31 and 43 respectively. Corners wear number 21 and 34. That's Siniak and Sutton. Brady Clark. Again, at free safety, Day Drury is the inside linebacker, number 58. And Mandrake Perp, the big fella at defensive end on the inside. And Mike Davis picks up another 8 yards. And I tell you what, Shan, the Dallas run game is working so far in the first 4 minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, Mike Osai, the veteran on this team, he's just running wherever he wants to. That line's doing a great job by protecting him and letting him get the huge yards.
Major Key of Vancouver's in the chat room right now. His Vancouver Legion play at 5 against San Antonio. Derek Martin's in the chat. Stephen at Large in the chat. Crash Combs, Ray West, Cody Hill. His chat being dominated by Roughnecks. I saw Ronnie Nickens and Pops a little while ago. Davis has, I believe, the 1st down on the flip out. And big number 30's having a big impact here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, Mike Davis is having a huge game so far.
6:36 to go in the first, alongside Shann Varner and Scott on stats. I am Cameron Irvine. Kirby is 3 of 5 for 13 yards, but Mike Davis has 19 yards on 3 carries. And now Davis catches his 3rd pass of the game. That has not been working. Pickup of 2. And Myslinski's expected not to return today, out for the remainder of the day with an ankle injury. So that's 1 man down on that OKC defense.
I do like what Dallas is doing here. They're bunching up the line, allowing the well, they're not doing it this time, but the play before, you know, they're allowing that defense to come up on the play and just passing to the outside and getting those yardage.
Oh, Kirby was looking for hands, and I thought for sure that ball was going to get through, but the ball was a little underthrown, and Senek knocks it away. 3rd and 8.
Just a little bit more mustard on that ball from that young quarterback, and he could have got that receiver down the field. It could have been for 6, Cam.
Sir Shady of the London Knights, who had a nice game last night, pulling for Dallas, he says in the chat. 4 receivers, 3 off the right side. Kirby's out of the gun with 4 down linemen for the Renegades. No score with 5:52 to go in the first. Back to pass, Kirby. Kirby middle, incomplete. Looking for the tight end, and nothing there. That was intended for, I actually don't even have him on my roster, forgive me. Steven can help us out in the chat, I'm sure. 4th down.
Going back to that last play, Cam, these receivers have to catch the ball. I believe that's the 2nd or 3rd drop I've seen so far.
So Dallas has to punt it away. This is going to bounce inside the 10. Can the Ruffnecks get a friendly roll? Bobbled off the hands of the return of the special teams player down the field, the cover man. And that was America's Funniest Home Videos material. It was bad.
You got to corral that thing in if you want to pin them down deep.
How about Mexico City? They're not playing around. 20-0 on Carolina right now and early in the 2nd quarter. Billy Zorn is the tight end, the intended receiver. Thank you, Steven. Nickens 3-step drop, fires middle of the field, and had 2 tight ends, Bovine and Hurt, in the vicinity. Cody Hills swatted that one away. Not really sure who the pass was intended for. Let's meet the Oklahoma City Renegade offense. Deacon Nickens, the quarterback, number 19. The 2 wide receivers, Stephen Bush, number 11. Number 17, Deezer Powell are your stars. The tight ends, Jalen Hurt, number 81. Tiberius Bovine, number 89, in this unique 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end star lineup with Nickens and Bonkers. Back to pass, Nickens. Nickens going long. That pass is incomplete as Bovine took a shot.
Both of these defenses are doing a great job, Cam, about not letting those passes be caught. On both sides of the ball, they're just knocking the ball away, just patting this ball down.
Gamble, really nice coverage here on Bovine, who was going to the corner. And both offenses are struggling here in the early going. Oklahoma City's pass offense has been outstanding this season. Coming into the game, they are 3rd in passing offense, only behind Tallahassee and Alaska, who are towards the top of the standings. 3rd and 10. 5:34 to go. Crash Combs has to like what he's seen thus far out of his defense. 2 receivers, 1 to either side. Hurts off the left side, back to pass Nickens. Nickens deep drop back, fires to the sideline, caught by Bush. First down to the 34 on the Renegades side of the field, and Stephen Bush makes his first catch of the day.
Looked like just an up and out long passing route here. They just go up and out towards the sidelines, and Bush was able to beat the coverage.
Halfway through the first quarter, Deacon Nickens is 2 of 5 for 20 yards. Bush with his first catch goes for 14. Kirby's 4 of 8, 15 yards. Bonkers has only carried the ball once for -1 yards. 2 receivers either side. Bonkers out of the backfield. Nickens going to fire it to Bush again. First down. No, check that. Deezer Powell with the catch. Up to the Renegade 49-yard line. A laser from Nickens.
Just a great route right there. Ran by Powell and was able to get right behind those linebackers.
So Oklahoma City now starting to get a rhythm in the passing game. 3 of 6 for 35 yards. Scott doing a bang-up job on stats. Again, two receivers, one to either side, 4-3 defensive look for Dallas. Handoff goes to Bonkers. Bonkers makes two people miss. Bonkers, 40. Bonkers to the 33-yard line. First down on his easily biggest carry of the day.
But he wasn't going to get past Troy LaShaw, though.
That guy can wrap up anybody in the open field. Bonkers deceptively quick for that defender right there. Blew right past him.
Matt Daniel Jr. was trying to get to him, but just got outran.
4:25 to go in the first. No score, but the Renegades on the move. First team in scoring position today. Nickens to throw again. Nickens pass caught inside the 30 to the 27. Stephen Bush on the reception. Gamble with another tackle. 2nd and 4.
They have 5 receivers here, Cam. They've got 2 tight ends and 3 wide receivers, and they're utilizing all their weapons today.
If you're counting Bonkers as a receiver, which he has had quite a bit of catches this year. 2nd and 4 at the 27. 3:50 to go in the first. Out of the gun, they hand it off to Bonkers. Right up the middle, and Bonkers into a black hole. No gain as McDaniel II makes the stop.
It's hard to run on that linebacking core. They got 3 linebackers. They got West, McDaniel Sr., and McDaniel II. So it's going to be hard running that ball up the middle on those guys.
3:25 to go in the first. Big 3rd down here for the Renegades trying to break a scoreless tie. Nickens 5-step drop, fires short, caught. First down, Jalen Hurt. And one thing this Renegades team doesn't do is they don't drop a lot of passes. Hurt with the sure hands moves the chains.
It's nothing fancy what Oklahoma City is doing right now. They're just moving the ball very methodical, just up and at them and using Bonkers when they have to, just to keep the defense honest.
3 games coming up in the 5 o'clock window. You got Chicago at Tulsa. You've got a couple of games out west, San Francisco at Alaska, and San Antonio at Vancouver. Don't miss the action coming up next on the SFL Network on YouTube as Bonkers only picks up another gain of 1 yard. Sharp on the stop.
When OKC gets them in that 4-3 defense there, and they're doing a great job by bringing that defense down, they need to pass the ball to the outside. The swing passes will work great on that coverage.
2nd and 9 of the 19. Stretch play left. Bonkers got away, and then the blocker left him for dead. Only another gain of a yard. McDaniel Sr. on the stop along with Combs, and it's 3rd and 8 at the 17. Time for Nickens to deliver. Crowd on their feet. It's been a weird season for Dallas. They're not used to being at the bottom of the standings, trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. 3rd down and 8 at the 17. Nickens changing the play at the line. Nickens pass outside. Bush ran out of real estate. 25 yards on 3 catches, but it'll bring up 4th down, and the Ruffnecks get a half stop.
Those plays like that, Cam, just tossing and dinking and dunking these passes, you know, it helps you in the long run, but in certain situations, like down here in the red zone, it could hurt you.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, no score. And this is a 30-yard field goal for the kicker, Johnny Omega. From dead center of the field, good snap, good hold. Omega's field goal from 30 is right down the middle and through, and the Renegades have broken the scoreless tie, 3-0.
Let's see if this, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Shann.
Dallas has to answer back here now. Both teams were playing a very good defensive game, and OKC happened to strike first, so.
Kicking it away to Troy Loshaw, dangerous return man. Loshaw gets to the 29, and the Renegades kick coverage has been pretty good. Let's pause for a word from the SFL.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. off the sidelines and into the action. Here we're loading legends at the SFL.
Mike Davis, 18 yards on 5 carries, gets 2 to start the drive.
You mentioned earlier, Cam, that OKC has the #1 rush defense, and I think Dallas is trying to prove a point here.
Been pretty good on bonkers besides the one given up run. Mike Davis has had some success here today. 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line. He's going to get another carry. Running left, Mike Davis not going anywhere. Only a gain of 1. Sanuk comes over, and we got another lineman hurt. This is the guard, Army Cockburn, and he will have to go to the sideline. Just gets rolled up there.
Yeah, look, his player just rolled, his own teammate rolled up on him.
While he's over there, he should check his birth certificate. 3rd down and 7 at the 32. Make sure that name is correct. 1:06 to go in the first. 3rd down and 7 with an empty set for Dallas. Back to pass. And Kirby's got a wide open receiver. That pass caught inside the 35, down to the Renegade 34-yard line. I don't know how he got so wide open. That was Sneakers Alamo.
Hey, if it wasn't for Brady Clark here, he would have been going to the house.
Clark saves the touchdown, but what a play. Aptly named Sneakers. And Dallas making it happen with the non-contract receiver. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play calling that McDaniel's doing here, he's just setting this offense up for a great success.
4 receivers, 2 to either side. Dime look for the Renegades. Hand off to Davis. Davis makes 1 miss and then put down after a 4-yard pickup. That was number 25, who's also not on my roster, strangely enough. I've got the most up-to-date ones, I swear. Final play coming in the first quarter. Dags was in a rush this week. 2nd and 6 at the 30. And Kirby gives it off to Davis on a counter. Davis got a blistering block from Chris Crookshank to end the quarter.
Man is running with a purpose, Cam.
That's the end of 1. Your score, Oklahoma City 3, Dallas nothing, but the Ruffnecks are on the move. This is the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Start of the 2nd. Dallas matriculating down the field, out of the eye, and a 4-3 look for the Renegades. Kirby gonna throw. Kirby out to Davis. Throw too late, and it's actually ruled an incomplete, which is a benefit to Dallas. Almost getting the sack was Dante Akobe.
You have to assume that that Mike Davis is tired at this point, Cam.
Yeah, he's been getting a workout out there for sure. Haven't seen much from Hands. Mike Osai's had a catch or 2 with the updated stats. 1 for 14 yards for Osai, and actually James Hands and Shea Carroll do not have a reception in the first half. Davis again. Davis rumbles all the way down to the 13-yard line, pickup of 9. So Mike Davis with his 4th catch, and that's the first time it's really gone anywhere. But between Osai, Hands, and Carroll, just 1.
And they, you know, Cam, they have to pick up this 1 yard here. They have to keep going, keep this drive going, and let's see if they can do it here.
3rd and 1 at the 13. Oklahoma City looking for a stand. 10:25 to go in the 2nd. And the handoff goes to Davis. Got the first down, dragging Mandrake Perp across the sticks to the 11-yard line. These two teams very familiar with each other, have played every year a couple of times over the last few seasons. Not in the same conference this year, but these two know each other well. Updated Davis numbers there. He'll get his 10th carry of the first half, and he picks up 4 down to the 7. 10 carries, 36 yards.
Mike Davis is just obliterating that defensive line for OKC.
So Oklahoma City, who gives up 53 rushing yards a game, see that official doing the moonwalk back there? That was talented. Somebody's trying to get on SportsCenter. 9:30 to go in the second. 2nd and 6 at the 7. Davis again hurdles over a man down on the field and is stood up at the goal line. What a goal line stand there for Oklahoma City. Al Clinton and Brady Clark combined on the stop, but another great run from Davis.
And on the field for a while now, and Davis is still trucking over him. They're going to have to do something here on this goal line to keep him out of that end zone, because it looks like a sure way in right up the middle.
9:10 to go in the second. We'll see if Davis is still out there on the field. It looks like he is. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Kirby going to hand it off left side, and that's a touchdown for Mike Davis. And Dallas has their first touchdown in a new era.
He was in a nickel there, Cam, and I think their linebackers were playing just a little too far off the line and allowed Mike Davis, to get it to the outside here.
Lots of room to run as the offensive line definitely won that battle up front, and Dallas has taken the lead here in the second quarter. Extra point for the Ruffnecks is good. With 9:01 to go in the first half, it's 7-3 Dallas. Let's hear again from the SFL.
Follow the SFL on Twitter @SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
The 8, not a lot of return room there. Renegades will start from the 27. Black on the return. The SFL convention, July 13th through the 15th. Shan, you got your room yet?
I'm going to wait and, no, I'm just kidding. I'm going to do it tomorrow, I promise.
Quicker you get those rooms in, the more opportunities we have for rooms available at our special SFL rate. If you haven't booked your room today, visit simulationfl.net. Go to the convention page under About as that pass is caught down the field at the 46-yard line. And make sure that you don't miss a moment of the historical event. Stephen Bush, another catch, and Oklahoma City just like that near midfield.
Nickens is 7 completions for 10 incompletions, and he has 53 yards so far. But no interceptions either.
Yeah, 7 of 10. Nickens working his way down the field. Kirby 6 of 11. They're both pretty even right now. No mistakes, no big plays. Bonkers will take the free play, and Oklahoma City will likely accept the penalty to bring up 1st and 5. First error for Dallas today.
Like it was Hannibal on that at all sides.
It's big number 90 out there. First and 5, 8:05 to go in the second quarter. 1:07 to go in the first half. Mexico City actually scored again. It's 27-7. And Nickens is going long, and the pass is caught by Bush. Bush to the Dallas 28, a pickup of 21 yards. Now 64 yards on 5 grabs for Stephen Bush today.
Man's putting in work. And again, if it wasn't for Troy, it could be a different outcome right there. That veteran saves those extra points.
And Tiberius Bovine now going on 6 quarters has not caught a pass for this team, which is really unusual. He's the only player on this Renegades offense that has not caught a pass here in the first half. 1st and 10 at the 28, handoff Bonkers. Bonkers will push his way for 2.5 or 3 yards, and the guard for Dallas also not expected to return. Feel the burn.
Need to get that man some Gatorade and get him back out there on the field, Cam.
2nd and 7 at the 25. Look at Cody Thrill Hill. 7:05 to go in the second. Nickens out of the gun. Renegades trying to get to 3 and 4. Get bunched up with the rest of the playoff chase. How about that play design as Bonkers picks up 6 yards on the delay handoff out of the gun.
A fan of a handoff in the shotgun, but hey, if you can make it work, all the power to you.
One of his best runs of the day. 6:40 to go in the first half, and this has been the best drive of the day for Oklahoma City. 3rd and 1 at the 19. They got to convert here. Bonkers in the backfield, 2 receivers, both at the top of the screen. Bovines to the right of Nickens. They're going to hand it off to Bonkers, straight up the gut. Bonkers just got enough for the first down, and the Renegades offense stays out on the field.
Cam, this is the 2nd time they've been in the red zone. They can't afford to come away with only 3 points here. They need to go for it and keep this drive alive.
First and 10, 6:05 to go in the first half. And off to Bonkers again, and Bonkers goes backwards. Heath McDaniel Sr. with the stop.
That was a rough stop. I wouldn't want to have many more of those stops.
I see what you did there, Shann. It was a rough stop. Get it? Crickets. 2nd and 11 at the 18. Out of the gun, Nickens to pass. Nickens all day, wide open. Nickens dumps it off to Hurt, running a crossing route over the middle. 3rd and 6 coming, so another 3rd down. This one at the 13-yard line, and both teams have gone on long drives here in the first half.
I have to see if they settle for another short out route here, Cam, to pick up this first down.
That's what happened last time. They didn't get it, and that pass caught for a touchdown. They said he got in, Deezer Powell, so they don't go out route, which resulted in a 4th down. Last time they were in the red zone. Instead, they find Powell up the middle, and the Renegades strike back after a drive that probably took another 4 minutes off the clock.
And Cam, this is a great play. Just a mismatch down the field. Linebacker come up, didn't take the place of Powell in the backfield, and he was able to catch the ball and get to the end zone.
Hill was unable to bring him down, just shy of the goal line, and it ends up being another touchdown for Deacon Nickens. And back and forth we go here in Dallas as the Renegades are resume their 3-point advantage.
Ken Nickens, 10 out of 13 for 110 yards, Cam, with a touchdown.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great first half, and Nickens has been putting in work. 1,855 yards this year is 3rd best in the league. 9 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, but 5 of those picks came against St. Louis. So if you take that game away, he only has 5 interceptions in 5 games. And he now has 10 touchdowns on the season to match his interception total, as LaShaw will again, for the 3rd straight time, not even reach the 30, which is pretty unusual for a star return man. Oklahoma City doing a great job in special teams.
He's been making all those tackles on the defense there, Cam, and it kind of wears you out there from time to time.
Michael Irvine, D, 11-15. Stephen at Large, Kanye Rockefeller, Heath McDaniel Jr., Crash Combs, Ray West, Derek Martin, and company all in the chat room as we near halftime. 4:59 to go in the second. Back to pass. Kirby going long. Pass knocked away. Almost intercepted. Just right into the breadbasket of Gino Soto, and he couldn't bring it in.
They got to have better hands than that. That was an opportunity for that young man to catch the ball and give OKC great field position.
Originally, it was Sanook who knocked it away. 2nd and 10 at the 28. And for Kirby, that was actually his 6th incompletion, 6 of 12 for 58 yards. 4:54 to go in the second. 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. And the nickel look for OKC. Kirby, wobbly pass is caught. No way. That was hands on the reception. How in the world did Kirby fit that one in there?
And poise, getting that defense to come down and look right over the back. Almost knocked away by Day Dreer, but was unable to get to it. So catching him.
Best throw of the day for Kirby. Hands with his first catch. Shea Carroll still doesn't have a catch. 1st and 10 of the 42. Kirby going long. Kirby's pass knocked up in the air. Almost caught off the deflection. That was Al Clint down the field. Another incompletion on 1st down for Dallas.
I like the way this Dallas offense is moving the ball, Cam. McDaniel's come in and he's taken over this offense, and the play calling is completely different. And I'm liking what I'm seeing here.
Mexico City hung 30 on Carolina in the first half, 30-14. Nearing halftime here. 4:24 to go in the second, 10 on the play clock. Kirby going to throw. Kirby out to Davis. Davis has some room. 40, 45, 50. Davis breaks a tackle, pushes a man out of bounds at the Renegade 43-yard line, and Davis on his 5th catch continues to get better as the day goes along.
Well, in this case here, Cam, he's not getting that many receptions in the first part of this in the first part of this drive, and so he's he has fresh legs out there, so he's able to catch that ball and make those huge plays like that.
4:18 to go in the second. Don't miss SFL Fan Night tonight. It's Indianapolis at Sioux Falls, their first ever meeting. 3-3 against 4-2, 2 teams in the top 10 of Season 10 playoff race. That starts at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, along with the SFL Today halftime report. It'll take you through today's early action. The pass was intended for Alamo, and that is the 3rd consecutive incomplete pass on 1st down for Dallas on this drive, yet they're still moving.
I was going to say the exact same thing there, Cam. Kirby's 8 out of 16 with only 97 yards, but they're moving the ball quite consistently, so we're just seeing what we're going to do on this drive here.
4:04 to go in the second, 10-7 OKC. Davis in the backfield, and nobody's out there outside of the hash marks. Davis picks up a couple. That's generous. Updated numbers, both running backs having decent days here in the first half, but Davis almost on top of OKC's run D average. Third and 8 at the 41. Crucial 3rd down here. Can Dallas continue to convert and stay on the field? Empty set, Kirby. Kirby, deep ball, middle. It's caught! Caught at the 20 by James Hands. Again, what a dart from Mason Kirby.
Ow.
This is going to be a great look at this.
It's a pass over. I mean, it was awesome. Just a pass over the middle.
Defender just kind of stopped out there. That was Brady Clark. I don't know what he was doing out there. 1st and 10 just outside the red zone for Dallas, and we've not had any major big plays, but we've had long drives, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Kirby now checks it off, and that pass hauled in for a 4-yard pickup. That's Zorn.
James Hands has catches for 35 yards. So that tells you that man's going deep almost every play.
Kirby 10 of 18, 123 yards in the first half. Kirby back to pass. Kirby in some trouble, going end zone, touchdown! Shea Carroll's first catch of the day goes for 6.
Got open in the end zone, man.
Ruffnecks are working. Nobody covered him.
Nobody's on him. Nobody is on him right there. By the time they realize it, Drury's kind of rushed for no reason. I mean, he's already in the end zone. Ball's already to him. It's just a blown play by the defense. Coverage.
Well, the Ruffnecks are finding success here. Their offense this season, 17th in the league. They only score 15.33 points per game.
Well, on the flip side, the Renegades are giving up 30.83 points a game. Something's got to give. And right now, it's the Renegades defense. 2:38 to go in the first half. So you got the 17th ranked scoring defense against the 17th ranked scoring offense.
Have a battle of something, right?
Yeah, battle of something. That's, yeah, you're right about that. And Dallas is the last ranked defense. They've only given up 10 points in the first half. Black will not hit the 30. Gets to the 29-yard line. Tackle made on the outside by Quackenvoss. Two and a half left. 14-10. Back and forth. Compelling game here between the Renegades and the Ruffnecks. Bonkers takes a trap and goes nowhere. Lost a yard again. Those linebackers feasting. McDaniel Jr. and Ray West in on the stop.
You know, I was thinking, Cam, that both of these running backs for this game, Bonkers and Mike Davis, was going to have to get more involved, but they're sticking to their guns, man. They're doing this passing thing, and it seems to work for both teams.
4-3 defense for Dallas. Final play before the 2-minute warning. They're going to give it off to Bonkers again. Bonkers can't make a man miss. Picks up only 3. It's 3rd down and 8 on the other side of the 2-minute warning break. This is the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Third down, 8 yards to go. Nickens under center. Dallas backs off the blitz, sliding to make the play. That was amazing. Deezer Powell.
There, Cam. I mean, he just did what he had to do to get past those sticks and move the chains.
I mean, it was almost like Powell knew he was going to have to get down there. And he timed that perfectly. What a play from Powell. Keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10 at the 42. And a delay to Bonkers. Oh, he almost got away, but lost 3 in the backfield. I thought there for a minute that was going to work.
Thought there for a minute he was going to get sacked.
Tracker on the stop. And that's exactly what he did. So with the 3-yard loss, 2nd and 13. Nickens 3-step drop going long. Nickens got a man diving to make the play. Caught! Deezer Powell! He's been a hero here on the 2nd quarter drive just before halftime.
Ow. Now has 4 catches, 15 yards, and a touchdown, Cam. He is putting this OKC offense on his back, and he's just doing great things out there on the field.
Nickens now 12 of 15 for 147 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Powell's got 4 catches for 65 yards. Bush has 5 catches for 64 yards, and still Bovine has not caught a pass in almost 6 quarters of work. Nickens over to Bonkers. Bonkers 35-32, no huddle. Bonkers racing back to get in position. 46-45. Renegades have 2 timeouts. Back again over to Bonkers, and West sticks him in the dirt. 3rd and 5.
Right now, man, he's barely getting back to the huddle here.
Nickens one more time, dumps it off, short of the markers. I believe that was Hurt with the catch. It was. Renegades have to burn a timeout, send the field goal team on.
I was going to say it was great play calling by Deacon Nickens and hurrying up and doing that. 15 of 18, for 156 yards. And at this point, you've got to keep going past the sticks, man. You got to keep moving the chains.
So this is a 44-yard field goal for Omega. to make it a one-score game. We've been a turnover-free first half. That kick snap was a little hard to get a hold of, and the kick is off the upright. He missed it. Wow. Doink. That's tough.
Showtime.
22.
Now Dallas takes over, and they have kept OKC to 10 points, which is about their average into the half.
22 seconds to go in the first half. That's a good point. 3 timeouts for Dallas. Are they going to stay aggressive? Kirby out to Davis. Can he get out of bounds? He will not. And Dallas is not going to burn timeouts. I think they just want to get into position for a Hail Mary. Down to 10, down to 9, 8, 7. Gotta hurry. 6, 5. And they can just give it off to Davis. And with 2 seconds left, Dallas will bring out the Hail Mary team.
I think, Cam, I would have just have, kept running the ball out and going to the half with the lead. What we're going to do for the half, because this OKC offense, don't be fooled. They keep turning around quick. You got the weapons.
3rd and 3 at the 41. The biggest question so far is where is Tiberius Bovine? All right, Kirby's going to try to huck it and chuck it here to end the half. Kirby, 4-man rush all day to throw. Kirby going to launch it, and it's going to the end zone. It's intercepted in the end zone. Al Clinton, that's the end of the first half. That had a chance.
Did, but I just think that that little move, yeah.
Man, if Hands wouldn't have stopped running, that could have been a touchdown. End of the first half. OKC 10, Dallas 14. First half stats analysis coming up next. The SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Here are the stats. Here are the highlights. Sham, what stood out to you in the first half?
Well, the first thing that stood out to me was not getting Bovine involved in this game. I think that's a crucial mistake by OKC. Their top receiver, their veteran on the team, I think they need to get him more involved in the second half. And for Mike Osai and that offense, they're doing a great job by just moving the ball down the field and making OKC's defense guess on which way they're going to do. They're playing a great game on both sides of the but that offense is really matriculating down and getting these guys into great field position.
OKC quite balanced this year. 343 yards to Jalen Hurt, 425 yards to Stephen Bush, 510 yards to Tiberius Bovine, and 520 yards to Deezer Powell at the halfway point of the season. Well, as we watch the highlights scroll through, Shea Carroll's only catch went for a touchdown. That's the difference in the game. OKC 10, Dallas 14. We're back for the second half after this.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
All right, start of the second half with Scott on stats. Shann Varner, I am Cameron Irvine, 14-10. Dallas with the lead at the end of the first half. OKC gets the ball to start the second after deferring the winning coin toss. Black on the kickoff return up to the 27-yard line. And we're ready for action.
Would like to see OKC here get Bonkers a little bit more involved. With 12 attempts, only 33 yards. He's about around his average for a game.
Bonker's most successful trips have been to the outside. They're going to give it to him up the gut. And Doc Bonkers again is wrestled down by one of those star linebackers. McDaniel Sr. is having a day. 34 yards for Bonkers, and slowly his average is dipping close to 2. Second down, 9. Monday night, Queen City and Tallahassee get going from Buffalo. Final game of week 7. Don't miss Michael Torillo and Matt Wilson on the call for that game on Twitch. Nickens, deep ball down the field, caught, first down. Stephen Bush to the 48-yard line. Bush's excellent day continues.
Between Bush and Powell, they're just owning this defense here.
Nice throw up to the 48-yard line. 75 yards on 6 catches for Stephen Bush, and Nickens is 16 of 19 for 166 yards, a touchdown, no picks. First and 10 at the 48. Nickens 5-step drop, throws it outside, caught by Hurt, who's thrown down by McDaniel II. No call. 2nd and 6.
Oh no, Bovine.
What about Bovine, Shan?
I was saying still no Bovine. They're giving it to Hurts, you know, and he's doing a great job, but they need to get Tiberius Bovine down the field, and he can do it.
Powell bottom of the screen, Bush top of the screen. Bonkers in the backfield, 7 in the box for Dallas. Nickens going to throw. 4-man rush. Nickens going deep to Powell. Caught! And Powell's in a foot race, and he'll score! Touchdown, Deezer Powell and OKC.
Shot here. He just got overthrown, and then it was a foot race to the end zone.
Combs let him go, and Shan, you've been mentioning it all day. Troy LaShaw is the last line of defense, and finally LaShaw was unable to save a touchdown there. He was the last guy to touch him. He was the only guy to touch him.
I think Combs just misread the pass there and let it get past him, and he didn't let up.
Extra point for OKC is good. Third quarter, 9:21 to go, and the Renegades are back up in a back and forth. Good contest.
And Cam, what I see in this contest is Deacon Nickens is clean. Clean right now. No interceptions, 2 touchdown passes. 1, that's insane, for 218 yards.
And to only have 3 incompletions in the early stage of the third quarter is just incredible, as LaShaw again will not reach the 30. Back out comes Mason Kirby, 12 of 20, 136 yards, a touchdown, and the Hail Mary pick at the end of the half.
And I think that was a bad play call there, because I think that, you know, him staying clean himself just really hurt his poise going into the third quarter.
Neither team has a sack in this game. First and 10 at the 29. And Kirby will flip it back out to Davis again, and Mike Davis picks up just 2. That is catch number 7 for Davis. The 3-star receivers combined for Dallas have 4.
Both going back to your analysis there, Cam, both of these guys are veterans of the league. With Steven, and they're great coordinators. They're great owners in the league, and they know what each team is going to do. They're very methodical in the way they think about this game.
Pass caught, first down. Everyone was about to get away from that Renegade defense. Nice throw from Kirby. Moves the sticks for Dallas, and this is what we've seen pretty much all day after Zorn made that catch. Every time OKC seems to grab momentum, Dallas punches them right back.
Absolutely.
14 carries, 48 yards for Davis. He'll get number 15 right here, and Mike Davis isn't going anywhere. Only a gain of 1, if that. And Oklahoma City's run defense starting to tighten up here in the third quarter.
Cole Irvine was on that tackle. Great job by that defensive line to get to Mike Davis.
7:58 to go in the third. Dallas's season not turned out like they thought it was. Liam Crowder was going to be the defensive coordinator here. He got his own team in London. They're 3-4. He suffered a heartbreaking loss last night as Davis is going to lose another yard here back to the original line of scrimmage. Mac Wavy was running the offense, ran it for a week, then resigned, and it was tough for Dallas. I'm sure in Chicago, Chicago and Carolina, you've seen sort of the growing pains of coaching staff adjustments and just trying to find your rhythm in the middle of the season.
Absolutely. You know, you have people leave, you have people, you know, on the positive side step up and do what they need to do, and so. I've learned a lot, and I'm glad I'm able to apply that in Chicago.
Wide open play, Sneakers Alamo. How does he get so wide open? That's inexcusable. He just gets passed up, and that's a bomb. Kirby's now hit non-contract receivers 5 times in this ball game.
Can I use Alvin's aneurysm? I mean, turn that man to a contract.
1st and 10 at the 34. 3 receivers. It's actually 4 catches for 67 yards for non-contract receivers. That pass caught! How did Kirby put that one in there? Hands to the 23-yard line. Mason Kirby, he's had more incompletions than Nickens, but his passes have been dots.
Absolutely. And then Mr. Irvine there just kind of missed it. Kind of went over his head a little bit, missed the bat down, and hold it and got it down quickly.
1st and 10 at the 23. Handoff, Davis running left, 15. Mike Davis picks up 9 to the 14-yard line, and Dallas is back in the red zone. Back and forth we go.
Clint just saved that touchdown.
Well, the Skyhawks are slowly making it a game there in Mexico. 30-20 at the end of the third. It's 30-14 at the half. 5:50 to go in the third here. 2nd and inches at the 14. And the pass outside to Davis to the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 10.
Davis needed to duck his head a little bit and try to plow through that tackle.
First and 10, 5:23 to go in the third quarter. And going out to Davis with some room. Didn't get a block, though. Only picked up 5, maybe 4.5. Missed opportunity there for Dallas. I thought if he could just pick up that block, he might have been in.
I love the way that the offense shifted and to that strong side, and there was nobody open on that left side over there. I thought Davis was going to score off that one.
Second and 5 of the 6. Trying to get another touchdown to answer another Oklahoma City touchdown, and Dallas has it. Boy, back and forth we continue here. Rank McQueen checking in to score.
I would assume Mike Davis is pretty tired. He's been getting the ball pretty heavily in this third quarter.
So Kirby gets the touchdown, and once again, Dallas answers a Renegade score with one of their own. Extra point good. 4:46 remaining in the third quarter. Now a word from the SFL.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #Loading Legends in the SFL.
Don't miss the SFL podcast every Saturday night at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern on Twitch before the league's weekend slate gets kicked off. Join me, Mighty RX, defending champion team owner Ramos Slim, and our host, Jack Brown, to break down all the headlines in the SFL.
1st and 10,
Jack.
25.
Yeah, I know we got to move on. Calm down. See you there, everybody.
Thank you, Mighty. Thank you to the broadcast team for being great every single week. 2nd down and 4 at the 31. That's Bush's 7th catch for 91 yards as the Renegades try to answer again.
Can you believe there's only been 2 pass deflections? Hill and Iverson Gamble is the only 2 that's had pass deflections in this game. So they're either caught the ball or it's been an incomplete pass. This OKC offense is just balling out.
Yeah, that's crazy. 2nd and 4 at the 31. Hand off to Bonkers. And Bonkers is loose and then got almost Velcroed to, was that LaShaw again? He is one of the best tacklers in the league, but Bonkers pops out of the jack-in-the-box.
The vengeance. I mean, look how fast he runs out of the pocket right there. Yeah.
And then I think that was LaShaw. I mean, he literally stopped him in his tracks. That was the fastest and freshest I've seen Bonkers all day. 1st and 10 at the 43. 21-17. Handoff, Bonkers now running left, and Bonkers is seeing stars after that one. McDaniel the 2nd on the stop. No gain.
He wasn't having that again on his side of the ball.
Couple of close games going on right now. 8 minutes to go in the 4th, 30-20. Mexico City still on top of Carolina. 21-17 here as the Ruffnecks are trying to get their first victory. Nickens to pass. Nickens going long. No, incomplete. Wow. Haven't seen that much today. Bush was the intended target. I thought he had it.
He's a for sure catch at times, and for him to miss that ball, it was just like a wow factor.
19-23, 234 yards now for the Renegades, and still not a single catch for Tiberius Bovine now almost for 7 consecutive quarters. It's unbelievable. He was targeted early in the game. He got smacked on a corner route. Nickens going long, and oh, it was the intended receiver was Bush, and Combs came out of nowhere and knocked it away. 4th down, and after 3 incompletions the whole game, 2 on that last drive.
Like, no, not in my house.
4th down, Dikembe in the house. So the Renegades will have to punt. When was the last time you can remember a punt, Shann? We haven't had many of them.
No, we haven't. Probably 1st quarter, maybe.
Renegades kicking away from the 21-yard line. Shaw trying to stretch it out, and there's nowhere to run. So the Ruffnecks will actually have the ball with the lead for, I think, maybe the first time today. Seventeen carries for Davis, 59 yards. Bonkers, 17 carries, 46 yards. Kirby threw that one away. Boy, he had pressure at his feet, and Kirby got nervous.
Yeah, it was just a mistake by a young quarterback. And, you know, the more he plays in this game, you know, the more he's going to be relaxed and calm in the pocket and be able to make those throws.
Tell you what, Scott on stats has been on it today. He's even got ball position to keep track of where the ball was so he can do the math quickly. That's pretty smart. Not even I was doing that the other day. Our stats team is top-notch. If you want to join our stats team, please contact Andy Hamilton. I know that it's a lot of grunt work behind the scenes, but we all appreciate it, and I think it makes these broadcasts a lot better and a lot more immersive for all of you guys at home as we're able to read off stats too in real time.
For sure, I appreciate it.
3rd down and 8 at the 25. 2:43 to go in the 3rd. Empty set for Kirby with 5 wide. OKC rushes 4. Kirby long pass picked off. Picked off and dragged out of bounds at the Dallas 44. That's Eric Sutton.
He just come out of nowhere and got in front of that receiver's route. Take a look at the replay here. He knows where it's going. He just jumps in front of the guy.
Yeah, Mike Osai's got to play defense on that. He just let Sutton have it. And that's really the first time we've mentioned Eric Sutton's name today. And again, going back to Dallas's pass distribution, 18 completions, 5 for 76 yards to receivers, star receivers, 8 for 44 to Mike Davis, and 5 for 76 and a touchdown to non-contract receivers. Bonkers again nearly picks up a first down. He's up to 55 yards now on the day. Davis at 62.
He's running with a purpose here, Cam.
Second and short. Boy, this is a nail-biter. 2:13 and counting here in the third. Neither team can get any separation. Bonkers the handoff again, and he's blown up. A loss of 2. Tracker all over it.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the first down there, but what it does tell you is that defense is not allowing him to do that. The 3 linebackers back there, they're not going to let him get up the middle. What he's doing great at is running to the outside and catching these swing passes to the outside, and I think OKC needs to stick with that, Cam.
The 5th tackle for loss of the day for Dallas. Oklahoma City only has 1. 3rd down and 2 at the 36. Handoff to Bonkers, and he's getting flown backwards. A loss of 4. Phillips in the backfield. Another huge play by Dallas's front 4, and a punt coming again for OKC.
I think they would have liked to – oh, wait. I think they would have liked to have made this first down and get a little bit closer so they could keep the field goal here, Cam. But Dallas's defense didn't let them.
Fair catch called for by Loshaw at the 11. So OKC gets the interception and then goes 3 and out. That stings as the third quarter winds down. Shann, you are you're a coach in the SFL. What is happening with this Tiberius Bovine situation? It's crazy how uninvolved he's been in the last 2 games. It's really bizarre.
I think that people have keyed in on that, and they've started to shut it down a little bit. And by doing so, I think OKC had to change their playbook a little bit. I haven't talked to Mr. Irvine yet to see if that was the case, but you know, going forward, you're going to have to make some adjustments, and that may be one of the adjustments that they're looking for and able to get some of these other receivers more involved in the game.
Kirby out to Davis. Davis 15 to the 20. 3rd and 1 coming up. That's Davis's 9th catch. Carolina has kicked another field goal. They are inching closer. They've kicked 3 field goals in the second half. Held Mexico City scoreless after they put up 30 in the first. It's 30-23, but they just kicked the onside kick with 4 minutes to go, and the Aztecs recovered. 3rd down and 1 for Dallas. Davis on a counter, and he loses yards in the backfield. 3-yard loss. Drury all over it, and that ends the third quarter. What a critical stop for OKC. 21-17 Dallas. The Ruffnecks are 1 quarter away from their first win of the season. This is the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APA Music. More than 4 at the 17. Oklahoma City's going to get pretty good field position out of this from the 43-yard line to the OKC 46. 10 minutes left.
Well, even though Deacon Neekins is doing a good job, controlling the ball, not turning it over, he still has to move the ball, and he has to move it consistently. Get these receivers open. Like you said earlier, I would still like to see Bovine more involved, but Hurts and Bush and Powell is doing a great job so far.
Mandrake Perp has been quiet for Oklahoma City. See if he can come up with a big play in the fourth quarter. And off Bonkers, another TFL. Boy, that's all where Bonkers has been in the last 3 or 4 carries. Ray West with the TFL.
I just don't like these delayed handoffs. I mean, I think it's just a counter going to the outside, but defense is on you like that, and they know that you're either going to run the ball or toss the ball to the outside, they're playing a little bit of cover 2 here in that 4-3 formation. But you can't do stuff like that against this high-powered defense.
2nd and 12 of the 43. Those 3-star linebackers for Dallas are putting in work today. Renegades in blue and white. Dallas in the all blacks today. Nickens outside. First time we've seen an out route in quite some time. Powell picks up 8 yards, and he's up to 118 on the day. Boy, Dallas was backing up there. They did not want to give up anything big.
All right, and I think that's smart by the defense. Don't give up anything big. Let them dink and dunk you underneath, but keep them contained in that DBs.
3rd down and 5. 10-13, 10-12 to go for OKC. And Nickens will throw middle and a flag. A late flag from the back judge. I think he's calling PI. That is a huge penalty.
And it came from Troy Loshaw as well.
They're actually going to call it on Heath McDaniel. I thought I was with you, Shann, but they're going to call it on Heath McDaniel Sr., and that results in an automatic 1st down. What a break for the Renegades.
Another receiver, and we just didn't see that. We saw where the ball was thrown to, so good job by the refs there.
1st and 10 at the 41 on the spot foul. Critical time to have a penalty. 4-3 defense for Dallas. Showing a blitz. They back off. Rush 4. Nickens hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. Had to rush the pass. Combs defending Powell. 2nd down.
And like we just said a few minutes ago, this defense is being not break, and they're protecting that backfield back there.
9:59 to go in the 4th after our game is over. Chicago, Tulsa, San Francisco, Alaska, San Antonio, Vancouver is the extended afternoon slate here on the SFL YouTube family of networks, followed by Fan Night tonight, Indianapolis and Sioux Falls. And Bonkers, another loss. Loss of 2. Ray West now has 3 tackles for loss, and Bonkers, who was averaging about 3.5 yards a carry, is now down to 2 yards a carry in this game.
I'm not saying the guy's not fast, but I just don't think he's fast enough to make those cuts for those counters. And that defense is just ball hawking it to it, so it's hard for him to make that adjustment quickly.
Nickens outside. Hurt had to reach back for it, and it's short of the marker. 4th and 5 at the 35. If I was OKC, I'd just punt, play defense here. Bonkers now 22 carries for 45 yards, and he's putting Nickens in a lot of difficult situations.
That's exactly what they're going to do, Cam. They're going to try to pin them deep.
Let's see if they can. This punt is a good one. Out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Not the best from Ellis, but not too shabby. Dallas will start from inside their own 20 for the 2nd time this half.
If they were to get it in the end zone and it became a touchback, 20, so it would technically only be a 20-yard punt.
8:57 left to go in the 4th quarter. 5 receivers for Kirby. Dallas wants to stay aggressive. Back to pass. Kirby going long. Caught 1st down. Pickup of 19 yards. That was Mike Osai with just his 2nd catch of the day.
I think he caught the ball this time the same way he caught it last time, just a long out route to the sideline, and just a great grab by the veteran.
9 receptions, 49 yards on 10 targets for Davis. 8:32 to play in the 4th. Kirby now 20 of 29 for 220 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. Lots of 2s, and Dallas has 21 points. Hand off Davis. Davis still moving and pushing forward for a 6-yard pickup. Renegades need to hold to a field goal or get off the field here pretty soon. I'm not sure how many opportunities they're going to have left.
And since Dallas has the lead here, they're just, just running the clock out, using the clock very well, and just seeing how far they can get with that type of the answer that they're going with to OKC.
Under 8 to play. Davis got the first down. Big legs move the chains to the 41-yard line.
Just turning, keep the motors moving.
Hard.
7:36 to go in the fourth. Renegades in desperate need of a stop. 2 in the backfield with Kirby. 4 down linemen and nothing from Perp all day. Kirby outside. He caught it. Mike Osai caught it. Unbelievable. That was dangerous.
They're looking for. Exactly.
Man, that was dangerous. Is OKC going to challenge? I don't think it's worth it. No, they're not going to challenge. That was an incredibly risky but perfect throw from Kirby. Handoff Davis. Davis got a couple more, pushed forward, averaging 3.3 yards a carry. 7 minutes left to go in the fourth. And this is gut check time for the Renegades.
And for this number 1 rush defense, they've allowed 72 yards and a touchdown on the ground.
3rd and 4 at the 47. Renegades have got to get off the field. 6:42 to go. Handoff Davis running right. Davis, first down. Davis making a juke out to the Renegade 39-yard line. And the number 1 run defense in the league is buckling.
Davis is just running the ball at will. Love this cut by the back here, right here.
There it is.
There, just makes that guy miss. It was awesome.
One of the best runs of the day for Davis now. 24 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown. And the Renegade defense getting worn out. They've been on the field for 3 minutes now. Kirby over to Davis, and he will not gain anything, but kept the ball in bounds. Did you see him kind of wiggle and twist his way to stay in bounds? That was smart.
It was.
Carolina at one point down 20-0 has just tied the game in Mexico City 30-30. They have scored 16 unanswered in the second half. 2nd and 10 at the 39, 5:40 to go. Renegades need a stop. Kirby empty, straight back, fires a rocket, and that was another dangerous ball as Kirby, again, feeling pressure at his feet, just let it go.
Where they're 3rd down and 10, where they have to throw the ball. But, man, I would just keep handing it to Mike Davis if I was them. I mean, he's doing a great job on the ground. The only trouble that you would get into is that, Mike Davis gets tired and has to get to the sideline. Then your backup comes in, and then you can't make those positive yards that you like to get.
Surprise Dallas is throwing here on back-to-back plays. Kirby outside, knocked away. That was pick 6 material. 4th down, and Dallas stops the clock on 2 different occasions and gives OKC plenty of time just outside of field goal range. The Renegades get the stop they needed.
Yeah, I think that was Slater that made that pass deflection there. Did a great job. Saved the play.
So Dallas will punt it away. 5.5 to go, and the Renegades are running out of time. Ball down at the 6. Great punt for Dallas, and now OKC needs 94 yards. Still 5 minutes and 24 seconds, but both offenses have been struggling here in the second half.
Bonkers could come out of this. If they try to run it here with Bonkers, I just see disaster.
Mac McDaniel, the offensive coordinator, Crash Combs, the defensive coordinator, have put Dallas in a position to win their first game of the season. Trying not to let it get ripped away from them. The Renegades trying to avoid a 2-game slide to put them back at 2-5. Nickens changing the play at the line. He'll run it to Bonkers for no gain. I don't understand that one, Shan. That hasn't worked all day.
Has it? It hasn't worked all day, and you look at this OKC team. I know they want to get out of position they're in. They're very far. They're very far back in their own.
Yeah, that might be it, Shan. You're right. They're just trying to get out of their shadow here. Hand off Bonkers. Got to get away. He will not. Lost a yard. All right, now you got to do something with it.
I have a feeling they're going to go right back to the same thing.
They might. No, they're going to throw it. And it's out to Bonkers. And look at the men in black. Loss of a yard. And Dallas's defense has really tightened up in the second half.
Dallas's offense is going to get great field position here, probably around the 45 or so on their his own territory.
From the back of his own end zone. Oklahoma City going to need their defense to step up because their offense is hurting. Tiberius Bovine hasn't had a catch in 2 games. And Dallas is 4 minutes and 11 seconds away from victory number 1, and a victory for 2 coaches that have never coached together before. That's almost unheard of, Shan, at this level.
Right.
If you're OKC and it ends in a loss, that's got to be extremely frustrating considering the circumstance. Hand off to Davis, picks up 3 to the 31-yard line.
Dallas is just doing this, Cam, just to run the clock out. But they have plays where they can run the ball right up the middle against this OKC defense. And, OKC better watch out here.
2nd and 7 at the 31. Davis, 25 carries for, I believe, 103 yards, maybe 93. 22 of 33 is Kirby, and Dallas is right on the outskirts of field goal range. Handoff goes to Davis. Davis gets a few more. That's making the field goal a little easier, and that clock is ticking down to 3.5.
As long as you can pick up 3 to 4 yards a carry, and that's first downs, man.
Man, Renegades, they need a stop badly. 3:10 to go in the 4th. Davis in the backfield. Davis, carry. Davis won't get there. So the Renegades force a field goal, and they still have life as the kicker, Manuel Manuel, will try to boot it through from 43 yards away.
It's a great job by OKC's defense, stopping them here, making them try the field goal. Going to be a draw off the sides type of a play. So great job by OKC's defense.
2:30 left in the 4th. It's 4th down and 2. Dallas milking as much time off the clock as they can. Burn a timeout. That's smart. There, you're probably not going to need them here with 2:25 to go in the 4th. Put the pressure on the Renegade offense, and a field goal can put them up 7. That would be the largest lead for either team today. What a game, Shan. I mean, this has been, you can tell this is a game between 2 teams that are just a little desperate.
Absolutely, and they're throwing everything out. They're throwing everything out at each other, and this game.
42-yard kick. 53 viewers now and climbing. 2:25 to go in the 4th. Dallas to go up 7, the largest lead of the day. In a tightly contested game out of nowhere. Oklahoma City almost blocked it. The field goal is good. Did you see that, Shan?
Ow.
They dove for it and somehow did not get a piece of the ball.
That perp, I couldn't tell who had got around to the outside right there, but it looked like Mandrake Perp come around to the outside, almost blocked that kick.
Man, he came flying in, but to no avail, and now the Renegades need a touchdown in the next 2 minutes and 21 seconds. They have all 3 timeouts, and their offense has struggled.
here in the second half.
It's their offensive struggle, but they still have the weapons that get down the field and within 2 minutes and score a touchdown to tie this game up, and you could possibly look at overtime here.
Game reset for those just joining us. Deacon Nickens, 22 of 28, 248 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. But the ground game has hurt the Renegades, just 44 yards on 24 carries. Deezer Powell has 118 yards and 2 touchdowns on 6 grabs, the top playmaker of the day. Back to pass is Nickens. Nickens going long. Nickens pass caught! Caught for a first down at the Dallas 46-yard line by Bush.
By Bush, just got in front of the defender there and just jumps like a jump ball.
And the Renegades could not get another play off before the 2-minute warning. Another thriller coming down to the wire in week 7. We just saw that Mexico City, with 4 seconds left after not scoring for the entire half, scored on a Richard Montague Miracle Part 2. They won 37-30. Now the Renegades of the Dallas 46 trying to tie this game. Nickens back to pass. Nickens going long. Middle caught by Powell to the Dallas 23.
They've got plenty of time, Cam, with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this game. They could easily get down the field with the ball.
Yeah, they're not in panic. Slowing it down, 1:35 to go in the 4th. Now Nickens out of the gun. Nickens facing pressure, wobbly pass, and it's caught somehow after a gain of 6 for Hurt. That was the biggest quacker I've ever seen. Hurt now with 5 receptions. 7 for Powell, 8 for Bush, 4 for Bonkers, and actually that's the 6th for Hurt. 2nd and 4 at the 18. Nickens, deep drop back. Nickens going end zone. It is caught. He caught it. Oh my gosh. Pulled it out of the sky. Deezer Powell with another touchdown. His 3rd.
Did I not call it? They have the weapons. This OKC offense has the weapons to get back into this game.
Oh man. Reach for the sky. Deezer Powell. Wow, that was incredible. In the back of the end zone.
Yards, now 3 touchdowns.
8 catches for 136 yards and 3 scores for Powell. Bush has 8 for 141, and the extra point to tie the game for Oklahoma City is good. 1:01 to play, and Dallas, remember when I said I didn't think they'd need their timeouts? Well, they got 2 left with 1:01 to go. Unbelievable.
I'm sure that Dallas is going to want that timeout back here.
Man, whoever's not watching the game in SFL Nation needs to tune in right now. 1:01 to go in the 4th. Major Key, Merrick, Itera, Warhammer 62, McDaniel Jr., Michael Irvine, Mason Kirby, Real Talk 74, Derek Martin and company in the chat, Ray West, D 1115. And that's a great point by 1115. That's Powell, I think, in the chat. Remember, Oklahoma City missed that field goal off the pole earlier.
Ooh, yeah, that was a great point.
Otherwise, the Renegades have the win. Hey, thanks, Mighty. 56 seconds to go in the 4th. 1st and 10 at the 28. 24-24. Kirby now has the game in his hands. Kirby going outside. Caught! Midfield! 40! You've got to be kidding me! 20! 15, 10! And tackled at the 7-yard line!
Mike Osai.
No, it's Shea Carroll.
2nd catch of the game. Oh my God.
He was all by himself. And Dallas has burned OKC, particularly on those corner routes today. Wow. And the Renegades still have all 3 timeouts, and Dallas can't get a first down. So the Renegades are for sure going to get the ball back here. Now the question becomes, actually the Renegades only have 2 timeouts. That's interesting. Which means that Dallas technically could run the clock all the way down on a 3rd and goal. Unless they want to give Nickens another shot. 46 seconds left, they're gonna hand it off to Davis. Davis gets a couple and OKC calls timeout. Wow.
So Shea Carroll has 2 catches, only 2 catches, for 81 yards and 1 touchdown.
He has been, I'm telling you, he's just in the moments they need him. Kirby is 23 of 34, 289, and Davis is up over 100 yards today. 2nd and goal of the 5. Yeah, I think you got to run it again. You got to exhaust the timeouts, hand off to Kirby. Kirby's not going to get it, and OKC's going to call a timeout. So if Dallas runs it on 3rd and goal from the 6, they can essentially set up a game-winning field goal, or they can try to pass it and put 7 on the board and put it away.
I would trust Mike Davis. I mean, he's got, you know, at least 100 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. I think I would just trust my running back here.
Here we go, 3rd and goal at the 6 for Dallas, trying to get their first win of the season. They're going to hand it off to Davis, and Davis has some room, and Davis is going to score! Touchdown, Dallas! It ain't over yet.
I never count my chickens before they hatch.
Oh, man. Davis almost didn't get in there.
It looked like the defense pushed him on in.
Wow. There was nobody on the left side of that line. And Dallas is 37 seconds away from winning their first game.
It looks like OKC was in a nickel as well, and you know, I think that might be their base play when they get down to the red zone here.
Dallas's extra point is good. 37 seconds left, and now the Renegades are out of timeouts. Oh my goodness gracious. We had London and Atlanta last night. We had Carolina and Mexico City just a few minutes ago. And now we got Dallas OKC. Oh man, it's like upset weekend in college football. You just never know when the craziness is going to come out. And it appears like we're in it here in week 7. Black up to the 29-yard line, and the Renegades are going to have to rely on Bush and Powell. A combined 16 catches for 277 of Deacons is 321 yards, and Bovine still doesn't have a catch today.
Wouldn't it be just like off the wall if Bovine catches a ball for a touchdown pass here? Oh my gosh. I would flip out.
34 seconds to go in the 4th. Nickens is out of the gun. Nickens to pass on a 4-man rush. Goes outside, caught. Is that Bovine? That is Bovine for his first catch, but he didn't get out of bounds. 24, 23 seconds. Nickens has to hurry up and spike it. Woo! There you go.
Deacon Nickens has 142% passing rate today.
Oh my goodness gracious. And it might come in a loss. Wow. 20 seconds to go. Hats off to this new Dallas coaching staff. What they've been able to do today just in 1 week's worth of time is exceptional. Back to pass, Nickens. Nickens going long middle. Incomplete. Oh, he almost caught it. He almost caught it off his chest. I can't believe that, Shann. He had a chance.
Yeah, he just didn't wrap his arms around the ball when it came to his chest. I mean, he hit him, bounced up, and just could not control the ball enough to bring it in.
Oh, he was rolling around on it. That is heartbreaking. 3rd and 10. 16 seconds to go in the 4th. Dallas is up 7. Nickens under center. Nickens to pass. Nickens outside. Hurts got to get out of bounds. He didn't get the first down or get out of bounds. 8 seconds. They have to go. 5. He's got to chuck in the end zone on this play. 3, 2, 1. Nickens going to bonkers. There's no time left. Dallas is going to win.
Wow, congratulations to the Ruffnecks, man. Very well-deserved win. That defense played lights out. Offense trickled the ball down the field whenever they wanted to. Mike Davis did a great job here. Player of the game to Mike Davis. He just did a phenomenal job for the Dallas offense.
And despite a near perfect day out of Deacon Nickens, the Renegades are going to fall just short on the road and are slipping. 2-5. Dallas is 1-6, and there is a new energy in Concord Arena despite 3 touchdowns from Deezer Pal. The Ruffnecks get the dub.
There were some mistakes for Dallas for sure. You know, the quarterback, you know, just a little rattled at times, and you know, but he was able to make it work. Good thing for that he had Mike Davis to control the time of the clock and control the pace of this game.
In 10 minutes, action starts in the 5 o'clock window. Chicago, Tulsa, San Antonio, Vancouver, San Francisco, Alaska. Fan night is at 7 o'clock with me, Stephen Mullinex, and Cronux on stats. It's Indianapolis, the 3-3 Red Devils at the 4-2 Sioux Falls Sparrows in a battle for Central Division supremacy for that second place spot, that coveted second place spot in the Central. For Scott on stats, who did an absolute incredible job, and for Shann Varner on the call, who was amazing as well. I am Cameron Irvine, and I got another game coming up at 7. We got to rest up, get some sort of food, something. Turn the AC on in here because it's hot. It's on fire. SFL Week 7. We'll see you in 10 minutes from Dallas. Good night.
Peace.